What's up guys, David here. Today I'm going to show you an automation that takes an article, your notes, and then turns it into a social media post in seconds. This is perfect to stay top of mind in your niche. Whether you're a business owner or you're a freelancer trying to provide this service to business owners, it's only 5 or 6 steps and it's going to be super useful to stay top of mind. So I'm going to get right into it. You can see here is the automation. So I'm going to build it with you. And guys, if you're not in AI or automation right now, man, I've been in this space for less than 6 months and it has been life changing. And so I only felt it's right to share it with the world because not only can I get more clients this way, but I think it helps with the application or the integration of AI and automation into businesses when competition gets up and running and more businesses are using it in their daily life. Cool, so we're gonna start a new scenario here. First, let me go over the automation with you actually. So as you can see, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. Yeah, so we start with a Google Sheet and it's a very simple Google Sheet. I'll show you in a second, but it's our single source of truth. What it's gonna have is the article link, your notes, and then whether or not it's been posted. So the module knows which row to pick up. And we have bit.ly after that. And bit.ly is going to take the article link and shorten the link so it's aesthetically pleasing and it looks better when you're sharing it on your social media post. Then we have Perplexity. So Perplexity is going to go inside the link, read the article, and we're going to have it summarize the article, as well as take away key points that align with your notes. Next, we have our AI model. We're going to use ChatGPT in this tutorial, but the AI model is going to take your notes and the summary, and it's going to craft a social media post specifically for that channel. And it's going to write it in such a way that it sounds like you did it based off your notes. You can fine tune this prompt. It's all about fine tuning, but I can't stress enough how important action is. I think the hardest part about automation isn't making them themselves. I really don't think so. Make makes it so easy and intuitive. I've been in the space for less than 6 months, and the hardest part is just getting started. And if you're a freelancer, the hardest part is getting clients. That's really what it is. It's not the skill itself. No code automation, it's never been an easier time. So even if you're a business owner, I would say the hardest part is just getting started. But thankfully you have this channel and plenty of other channels that you can just take the blueprint from or copy and paste or follow along. So I would highly recommend you do so. Otherwise, you can also book a call with me and I'd be more than happy to help you out. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's 5 steps. I'm going to build it with you. That's good. Let's do it. So first we have a Google Sheet. Let me show you what that looks like. And in order for your Google Sheet to be set up, it's going to take about 5 minutes, but you want to maybe spend at least 30 minutes on it. That way you don't have to go back and, spend more time on it. You can just take one day, fill out the article links, fill out your notes, and then you'll have at least one piece of content to post every single day along with your main source of content, or this can be your main source as well. Excuse me. And so it's a 3-column Google Sheet, super simple. We have the article link, you have your notes on the article, and then whether or not it's posted. Obviously, you want to have read the article so you can engage with your audience if they start a conversation on it. But yeah, so definitely read your articles, and then the better your notes are, the longer that they are, even better. It's better for the AI, so it can kind of match your tone of voice. But that is the Google Sheet. So here's how we're going to start the module. It's going to be a search rows function or search rows module. So I'm going to click select from my drive, and then I have it named as it's the socials to article or article to socials. That's what it is. Sheet name, sheet 1. And the filters are going to be column C, not yet, or whatever check mark you want to put. It could be like no, not yet, order by row number. And I only want to post this 1 time a day. So I'm going to put number ascending, and then I'm going to limit it to 1. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, next we have our bit.ly. Bit.ly is free. The module is going to be a shortened URL module. So if you haven't signed up, go ahead and pause this video real quick, sign up to Bitly. Otherwise, just connect your account, super easy. And then we're gonna map our first module. So in the long URL field, you're going to map article link. That's what you're gonna do. Press OK. Next, we have Perplexity, AI, and you're gonna wanna create a chat completion. You should have an account with you should have an account with Perplexity. So go ahead and log in, connect that if you haven't yet. I'm gonna leave the max tokens blank, and then this model is fine with me. And then I'm going to add messages here. So typically I would test each module one at a time, but these are pretty straightforward. So I think after the Perplexity model, after the AI model, I'll test everything because it seems to be pretty straightforward. Otherwise, usually I would test, each one at a time. But let's take our prompt here. So this is going to be our Perplexity prompt. It's going to be a user prompt. And you're going to say read article link. So you're going to map the article link and your notes. So you're going to map your notes. So you put read article link and notes, then create an engaging summary addressing what's the most surprising insight, why should people care, what's the controversial take. But the reason why you have the article link and your notes in this query is so that Perplexity can summarize something that's relevant to your notes. That way, the AI model can also match that when it's doing its thing by crafting its post. So we're going to press OK. Next, we're going to add a router. So the router is because I like to use these posts for Facebook and LinkedIn. If you just want to have it for one platform, you obviously don't need the router. Otherwise, if you want to have it for multiple, then you would just add more modules. But we'll just do it for LinkedIn right now. So here's what we'll do. We'll do OpenAI, and then let's do message and assistant. So connect your OpenAI account. And here's an easy way. So I already have an assistant, but I'm actually going to show you guys my own personal assistant that I just made for the first time. I think if the more assistants that you create, the better that it is, or easier that it is to map out your modules or configure your modules in make.com. So we're going to be using an assistant this time around. I'm going to show you guys the assistant that I made. I think assistants are ideal if you're going to be using a lot of make.com automations with the same use case. So for example, I can use this assistant across the board in other automations without having to prompt ChatGPT module every single time, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I mean. So let me go into OpenAI Playground, and you're going to go to Assistants on the left-hand side once you click Playground, and then you're going to create your own. So I named mine the LinkedIn Specialist, and you can copy these system instructions here. Here's what it reads. You are a helpful and intelligent writing assistant. Your task as a LinkedIn marketing specialist is to create posts that draw attention, provide value, and share personal insights. You format posts by writing a preamble, parentheses to an article in two parts. One, a concise summary of the key takeaways from the article, which also incorporate my own thoughts, notes, and tone of voice. Two, the bit.ly link to the article itself. And then here are some no-nos or just guardrails. Do not repeat the link. It should only be present once. Use only a maximum of 2 hashtags and use them before the link. Output only the post and nothing else. So that's it. You guys can copy and paste it. I'll actually leave it in the description for you guys. So once you create your assistant, this is the LinkedIn Specialist. And I'm going to fine tune this as time goes on, and I'll have a special community for you guys where you can access these prompts that are fine-tuned, I'll even go across other communities and get the best information that I can, and I'll compile it in my own so you guys can have the best resource of information. I always think that action is going to be more valuable than planning or knowledge. 1 ounce of action is more valuable than a pound of knowledge. And so my thing is just get the ball rolling. Just start, and then you can always optimize and fine tune later. So whether you're a business owner, freelancer, this is what I recommend. And if you feel the same way or you align, then definitely hit me with a follow or subscribe to my channel, and you'll see more of these tutorials, and we can always optimize them in my community. Cool, so that's gonna be the assistant. Make sure to save that, and then you're gonna go back to make, and you're gonna hit assistant, and then you can see LinkedIn specialist, LinkedIn specialist is there. Now the prompting for the GPT module is a lot easier because all you have to do is give it the fields for those instructions. So here's what I mean. I'm gonna do this. It'll be article link. It'll be article summary. And then it'll be my notes, thoughts, and tone of voice. So if you remember here, or excuse me, if you remember in the system instructions for this assistant, we said, which also incorporate my own thoughts, notes, and tone of voice. So we have to highlight that. We have to highlight that in this prompt. That way, when it's crafting the post, it can align, it can take all 3 of these components and then blend it beautifully into a LinkedIn post. So what we'll do here is we're gonna map the article link. That is going to be here. It's gonna be link, article summary. That is going to be perplexity, choices. No, not choices. It's going to be choices and then message and then content. Cool, and then my thoughts, notes, and tone of voice is going to be from the Google Sheet. It's going to be notes. Perfect. Press OK. Now we're going to test the module. So it's we're going to test the scenario. So it's 4 modules so far. Pretty straightforward. It should be good to go. Bam. Looking good. Perfect. Why don't we check out the output here? So the output on the perplexity was, yeah, perfect. And then here's the final result. So it looks like, the post looks like this. We've all noticed the impact of TikTok's micro content on our attention spans, but did you know it might be rewiring our brains, especially among young users? The platform's rapid fire stimuli engage the brain's reward system, making it somewhat of a dopamine machine. The relentless simulation encourages users to treat their minds more like a Google search bar than a library of memories. Can TikTok be harmful, or is it a modern tool for bite-sized learning? Personally, my attention span has taken a hit. There's a need for balance. Let's not forget the value of deep focus and real world connections. What do you think? And then a couple of hashtags there. I think that that's pretty good, honestly. I don't really have anything negative to say about that. I'm pretty content. So the last thing that you would just add here is your LinkedIn. So we'll do create a user text post. You have your account, and then the content is just going to be the result. Bam. And it's good to go. So what we'll do now is we'll actually create a module here that will update a row. And so in this case, what it will be doing is updating the column that says it's posted. That way, if you want to run this 1 time a day, it's not going to repeat. And so we're gonna hit, where is it? I'm gonna enter it manually. So the spreadsheet ID is right here. There we go. And then sheet 1. And then the row number is going to be from the first Google Sheets module. And then the column range, we'll do A through CZ. And then here's what we're gonna update. So we're gonna update the column C that determines whether it's posted or not. And then we're gonna put yes. Perfect. So why don't we go to LinkedIn real quick and see if this is working. Not now. We're gonna continue here. Okay, so let's test this out one more time. So it's probably not gonna pick this one up again because we just did it and then I just marked it yes, but it'll pick up this next one. So this article talks about how fast artificial intelligence is evolving, the timeline of milestones. And the notes that I wrote here were artificial intelligence is evolving way too fast. Can anyone else keep up? Very, very simple, but this is for testing purposes anyway. I'm gonna run this automation, hit run. And so I'm gonna show you guys the final result on my LinkedIn, and then I'm gonna show you the Google Sheet, which should have the second row updated. Looking good. So let's see if Perplexity. Okay, cool. So it picked up the right one. LinkedIn seems to be successful. So this was the final post. I'll actually just show you. And then let's go to the Google Sheet and bam. So it looks like it updated here. Let's go to LinkedIn and see my posts. Perfect. Okay, guys. So this is the final post here on my LinkedIn. So it looks like artificial intelligence is advancing at lightning speed, leaving many of us in awe and a bit mystified. Just 10 years ago, machines struggled with tasks like languages and image recognition. Tasks like language and image recognition, but now they often outperform us. What's truly fascinating is the development of biologically inspired algorithms like the genomic bottleneck, revealing AI's capability to emulate human-like innate abilities. Why should this matter to everyone? Because AI's impact stretches across every facet of our lives, promising innovations in healthcare, education, and more, but it also comes with significant ethical concerns. The call for regulation amidst its rapid evolution is loud and clear, as issues like job displacement and social inequalities loom large. I'm gonna be honest, guys, that I would not write that. That sounds a little too much for me. Excuse me. Let me go back here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my assistant, and then I'm going to add a tone. And the tone of voice, I think, will help a lot. So this is what I'm going to add. I'm going to add tone of voice, 50% Spartan casual. And I think that will make things a lot better. So, so it's already updated, so that's fine. So let's move on to the next one. Let's try the next one. So the next article that we have is about 10 reasons to make reading a habit. And then my notes were, my favorite genre is fiction. I find it stimulates the brain more. Why don't we make a LinkedIn post about that? I want to be satisfied with the content. You know what I mean? So I think that tiny tweak should be enough. And to be honest, the more detail you add into your notes, the better an idea the AI will get of your writing style. And so that should also improve the outcome. So let's see what happened. So we go to the Google Sheet and it looks like it did post. And then why don't we go to the automation and let's find it here. Okay, this is way better. Reading fiction isn't just about escaping reality. It might actually sharpen your brain more than you think. Studies reveal fiction boosts empathy, verbal skills, and problem-solving abilities way more than nonfiction. Plus, it's a stress buster that could help your mental health in check by reducing stress, blah, 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 my 2 cents. I like that a lot. So what it did was it made a post around my notes rather than just like dropping an article and saying like, hey, read this. This is way better. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to include this blueprint in my Gumroad resources link. It's going to be in my bio. I'll also leave a couple of prompts in there for you guys if you want to build this out. And it's just going to be the same across the board. You're just going to add another GPT module, your social media of choice, and a Google Sheet. So if you want more tutorials like this, or you're looking for a specific tutorial, leave a comment down below and I got you. But I'll see you in the next one.